Welcome to part number 13 of the Mega Man 2 No Damage run. Wily Castle number 5 really isn't that interesting. It's just a boss refight stage. So instead of telling you how to beat these 8 Robot Masters over again, I'm going to tell you my general strategy for taking on these types of stages. Now before I begin any boss refight stage, I get out a paper and pencil. You can do this on your computer, or you can just remember it if you want. Any one of those works. But here's what I do. I write down the hardest boss on the top of the paper, and then I write the easiest boss on the bottom. And then I just fill it in. That way, you can minimize the amount of time you need to spend. Because you don't want to go through a bunch of easy bosses, then get to a hard one and take a hit and have to restart, because that's just a waste of time. You don't really want to waste time when you're doing these challenges, because sometimes these stages take a long time. This one isn't so bad. This stage is pretty easy, since there's not much after the boss refights, but in other Mega Man games, there's a lot after the boss refights, so it's in your best interest to save as much time as you possibly can. Now for Mega Man 2, I start with Airman. I would start with Quickman, but since you have the crash bombs, it makes it a little bit easier than it was in the main stages. So I think Airman is technically harder here, but in the 8 main stages, I think Quickman is the hardest. But just, it really doesn't matter what order you choose, like, just go based on your preference. Choose what bosses you think are the hardest. Don't just go in my order, because my order might not be the same as your order. So just choose what bosses you think are hardest and what ones you think are easy, and just pick your own order. Don't just copy my order, because sometimes my order isn't the best. But I think I have a pretty good order for this stage. I start off with Airman and I end off with Metal Man. Now, as I said before, Metal Man is destroyed in one hit with his own weapon, so keep that in mind. Anyways, here is Wily Machine number 2. Now, the first part is very easy. Just use Atomic Fire, charge it up, and he will die in one shot. Now, the second part is brutally difficult, but if you just use the crash bombs, you will kill him so quickly. But if you let him attack, you are going to get hit. It's near impossible to dodge the attacks he throws out. All he really throws out are these just bouncing energy balls, and they are almost impossible to dodge. So just pull out those crash bombs and kill him as quickly as possible. Anyways, I'll see you in the finale.